Hey, everybody. Hey, welcome to this latest episode of Movies Merica Spoiler Warning. Yes, and welcome especially to my fellow movie maniacs. Yes, there's one of them right there. And my fellow freedom-fueled film fanatics. Again, welcome into Movies Merica Spoiler Warning. And I'm your friendly host, Tucker Carlson. Okay, wait. Van Ebert. Okay. And just wanted to let everybody know that, hey, and this is one thing I've always forgotten to let everybody know about, that this live stream is going to have some naughty words, okay? Naughty words, and speaking of Tucker Carlson.
Schlong COVID.
Yeah, see, naughty words like that. So, okay. So just be warned, all right? So if you and the family are, all around the campfire, listening and watching Movies Merica Spoiler Warning, well, you might want to have the kiddos exit the premises, okay? You send them into the room there, play some PlayStation or some Legos or whatever, okay? So, because, we tend to get a little raunchy in here, okay? So, I mean, because it's almost a weekend, right? It's Thursday night. It's almost a weekend. You got to let your hair down, right? You got to kick fucking back, all right? Oops, there goes one of those naughty words. Absolutely, okay. So, but this is going to be a very special Transformers Rise of the Beast episode here, and we're going to be spoiling the hell out of that movie, okay? And, hey, you know what? Hey, I see my buddy Sean here, part of the unholy trinity of the Till Death Podcast Network. He's in the live chat, okay? And that reminds me to remind you to get in and live chat with me here on Rumble and YouTube. Yep. And if you live chat on YouTube, I can display your chats, your comments up on the screen here. And but if you're in Rumble, I'll check out your chats there as well. And Sean, naughty words, give us examples. Oh, we got fuck, we got shit, we've got Green Bay Packers, we've got the Detroit Tigers. Those are all dirty words. St. Louis Cardinals. Those are like the worst naughty words I could think of right there. Okay, so but appreciate you, Sean, showing up. I want to see everybody else getting that live chat. Don't be shy. I won't hurt you. Okay, this is a safe place. Okay, you're a safe place. You're in this safe place with friendly people like me. Okay, so don't worry. You can get in the live chat and no one will hurt you. Okay. All right. Hey, we got beer drinking Trev in the live chat. He finally made it. Looks like you made it. Okay, I'm going to stop singing. All right. I'll give you a no more singing guarantee from me right now. Okay. And on that attitude note, let's give you guys something to dance to.
In a world where the number of movies available is great, but many are so bad, you'll learn a new definition of hate. One man sifts and reviews through the movie sludge. One man will be the movie cop, jury, and judge. He goes by many names, but you know him by Movies Merica.
Yeah, rock on here. So yeah, we've got the rockin' show going on here where we're just kicking fucking back here on the Movies Merica Spoiler Warning. We're gonna go get all spoilery here on Transformers Rise of the Beast. Okay, are you excited? I'm excited, right? Yeah. So let's get right into it. Before I do that, again, I want to remind you the live chat, get in the live chat and check me out right there. Go ahead and like and subscribe as well. So if you'd like this video, and then if you'd subscribe to this channel while you're in there, and then hit that notification bell there, my friends and family, okay, to get notified of brand new episodes of Movies Merica Spoiler Warning. And then go ahead and look for Movies Merica as well, because I've got my spoiler-free reviews that come out every Sunday, and you can check that out on YouTube and Rumble. You can just go to my Twitter page, Movies Merica, to get quick, easy access to all things Movies Merica. Okay, so and Sean said, "Love that intro." Yep, yep. Ian here again, another part of the unholy trinity of Till Death Podcast Network. yeah, he put in, man's work there. I'll tell you, he put in a yeoman's work on that intro. It's pretty sweet. So, all right. Hey, so let's get right into this here. So as you, hopefully you guys noticed, I wasn't here live last week. Okay. I just did a pre-recorded episode. And no, I wasn't like just floating around the pool, on my My Little Pony floaty. Okay. Nope. I was actually, I was putting in some work there, meeting up with the Friday Night Tights crew that you might have watched the Friday Night Tights show on YouTube and Rumble. They get, I think it's just YouTube, I think, right now. But yeah, get on there and they just talk about all things pop culture, and all kinds of other stuff, political things, that kind of thing. They pretty much talk about everything, I guess, is what I really should say. And they do that on Friday, Friday night, hence the name Friday Night Tights. Or actually, sometimes it's actually more like Friday afternoon. That's when they do it. But yeah, so you should check them out there. Just look for like Nerdrotic on YouTube and Rumble as well. And so I basically was meeting up with all those guys because they are some trailblazing YouTubers. Okay, so I mean, there was like YouTubers and all that, YouTubers way before them, like PewDiePie and Mr. Beast and all those guys. But these guys are up and comers, and they kind of come with more of a America First conservative bent, kind of a more of a common sense slant to their show, Friday Night Tights. And you got the Geeks and Gamers channel as well with Ryan Cannell and Jeremy Griggs and all those guys. So I was just hobnobbing with them, meeting up with them last Thursday night over in Dallas, or more specifically Plano, at a place called Farm and Feed. And so I am, just to show you photographic video evidence. Okay. Thankfully, like Kyle Rittenhouse had. I am tonight's Kyle Rittenhouse. I've got photo and video proof of what I was doing. Okay. So, and yeah, let's just check this out. Okay. So like I was, I think, briefly mentioning there, I was at this place called Farm and Feed in Dallas, and just meeting up there for a meetup for a Friday Night Tights. And right in there, this place is a pretty cool place. It's got this very video game oriented. Okay, it's for the gamers, and they hold nothing back. There's just all kinds of gaming opportunities at this place. Okay, so I mean, if you if you're a gamer, going to walk in, this is like video game Valhalla for you. It's heaven. It's Nirvana. Okay, so as you can see there, yeah, they got a pretty nice setup right there. It kind of looks like a very, very classy joint. You got the leather couches right there. Like you should be still, smoking a Monte Cristo or Cohiba or something like that. While you're playing your video games there. We got this right here. They got plenty of cool aesthetics to this Farm and Feed place right there. Now, I will give them a little bit of advice. I would work on the name of the place, Farm and Feed. You would never have any idea that this is a video game oriented place right there, because I thought when I went there, I was gonna look for horse tranquilizer syringes and fertilizer and wheelbarrows and all that stuff. And no, lo and behold, you come in here and you see this setup right there. Okay. And so let's check out. Hey, you guys might know that guy. Yeah, that's Alex Stein. Prime time 99, working all the time on the grind. He's the pimp with a blimp or something like that, right? Or pimp on a blimp. That's it. Pimp on a blimp. And his latest nickname is Brittany Griner's worst nightmare. Okay, so because a couple of days after I took this picture with him, yeah, he was in the Dallas-Fort Worth airport. Asking some pretty good, sensible, common sense questions that should be asked to Brittany Griner. Just in case you guys don't know who Brittany Griner is, she is a national treasure. National treasure. She loves America, and when I say loves America, I mean she hates America. Okay, I think she wanted to ban, singing the national anthem at WNBA games. So the three people that go to WNBA games are very disappointed. So then she's the one who got nabbed over in Russia, trying to sneak in some ganja, some Willie Nelson's oatmeal over there, some devil's lettuce. She got it had some THC laced vaping shit or something. I don't know. But anyway, she got busted in old Mother Russia and they threw her in prison, and we hoped that she was going to be over there forever. I mean, we were hoping for her safe return. Yeah. So let me check the chat here real quick. Here we've got Beer Drinking Trev. Are Transformers robots in disguise, or do they just identify as not robots? Well, I know they identify with the pronouns of they, them, or WD and 40, I think. So, but they are robots in disguise. Technically, they have trucks and dinosaurs and animals and all that stuff. So, but it doesn't really matter as long as you get their pronouns correct and you don't dead name them. That's the most important things with transformers. Okay. All right, so let's. So Brittany Griner, she was returned. We only had to give up a guy named Merchant, a nickname Merchant of Death, for Brittany Griner. So we get back somebody who doesn't really kill it on the court. And Russia gets back somebody who actually does kill it literally. So. All right, so so Alex Stein was there in Dallas-Fort Worth Airport, just asking Brittany Griner, like, hey, do you still hate America and stuff like that? So I thought that was pretty hilarious. So I'm sure you've seen it all over Al Gore's worldwide interweb there out on the socials. So yeah, we got Prime Time 99 right there. And then right here we got Lila Hart. She's a comedian. She's very successful, very funny. And she couldn't be nicer. Okay, she was very hospitable and very down to earth. And she hangs out with Chrissy Mayer. You might know Chrissy Mayer. She's another comedian. I think Chrissy Mayer regularly gets in hot water. With the woke crowd, with the rainbow jihad, because she's always saying things that they find hurtful and offensive. And I think Lila Hart does too. She dips her toe in the old troubled waters there sometimes. But they do it the right way. They don't give a fuck, and they laugh it off, and they don't apologize. So yeah, they do it the right way. But yeah, Lila Hart. So you might see her a little bit later here in the show, but she's running for president. Okay, so I'm not going to put it that way. That's disrespectful. She's running for president. There you go. And you know what? She's going to win. She's going to win. All right. And moving on, we've got, you guys might know this guy, Eric July, or as others call him, Ripa. And he's the head man, the man at the top of the totem pole at the Rippaverse. Okay. And he's got these comics. The main character is called Isom. Okay. And Isom is like the main comic book character in the Rippaverse universe, I guess. That's kind of redundant, I guess. And so he just released his Isom #2 comic book a couple of days ago, and just made $1 million in 2 days off of orders for this comic book. But so he's I think he lives here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Whatnot. I've never seen him out and about, but this area is not exactly tiny. Okay, it's not like walking around Mayberry. You're not going to see Goober and Barney and Eric July just walking around. So kind of a big area down here. But saw him there. He was pretty cool. He's one of those guys. I admire him just because with his comics, one of his traits with his comic books is that he doesn't put woke messaging in there. He doesn't really put any messaging in there. He wants to entertain with his comic books because with a lot of like Marvel and DC comic books, they like to put the message, the woke message in there. And he's like, you know what? Nope. Comic books are for entertainment. They're not meant to be woke after school specials. Okay. And his comic book has comic books have no messaging. They're just there for entertainment. And so check them out online. Isom. I'm not here to hawk. I like Eric. I like Ripa. And definitely want to let you guys know about that. So there's me in a picture, and I'm trying to look all fake badass with Ripa right there. But he's good peoples. And then there's Carrie Smith. Carrie Smith. She has a podcast called Deep Programmed online there. If you want to look her up right there, and she's pretty cool. I think she's down in a little southern Texas, so a little south of me there. Temple, Texas. That's where she's headquartered at with her husband. And her husband, he's like a musician, and she puts his music on Twitter and that kind of thing. And then she actually is she's a self-proclaimed former liberal lemming, okay, and then she basically got red pilled and basically just got some common sense, and she basically became a common sense, kind of more conservative, that kind of thing. And as she would put it, she didn't leave the Liberal Party, or she didn't leave the Democrat Party. The Democrat Party left her, okay, but she's very nice, very cool. And I remember I was telling her, hey, I like how you put your husband's music up there and you put your pictures out there on Twitter, and her eyes lit up. I mean, it was fantastic. She was very friendly. It was great to getting to meet her for the very first time. All right, and then here we got Chris Gore. Chris Gore is a very prominent film critic, and you can check him out on his channel called Film Threat on YouTube. I think he's on Rumble as well. But yeah, he does like pre-recorded episodes and live streams of Film Threat there. And he's got a co-host, Alan Ng is his name. And Chris Gore is headquartered out of LA, Los Angeles. Okay, the city of angels. And yeah, he just came out here to the Dallas-Fort Worth area to hang out with the Friday Night Tights crew, the Nerdrotic and Geeks and Gamers crew, because he's on their shows a lot, and you definitely want to check out Chris Gore. Yeah, he's basically a fountain of information. He used to be on G4 before G4 went woke, and then G4 went woke, and then they went broke, and now G4 is no more. Okay, but he was on there way back in the day, and I think Olivia Munn was still there when Chris Gore was there, and I never watched G4. I'm not a big gamer, so I didn't really watch G4, but it sounds like it was pretty cool back in the day. Chris Gore was one of the OGs, I believe, on that. But yeah, he's pretty hilarious right now. What he's doing, one of the things he's doing is he's doing a trial. He's putting Star Wars on trial for the killing of the Star Wars franchise. And so I think it's like every Tuesday or Wednesday he comes out with a new episode. He calls it like Star Wars Critics Court, if you look it up on YouTube. And so it's him. He plays the judge. So it's kind of like People's Court, kind of, right? Or Judge Judy, something like that. And so he plays, the judge, Your Honor, okay? And then he has like various YouTube personalities come on there, and he's got the defense, and he's got the prosecution. He's got his co-host on his Film Thread show, Alan Ng, playing like the lead counsel or special counsel in there. But yeah, check out Critics Court. Or just type in Star Wars Critics Court on YouTube, or I think on Rumble as well. And yeah, it's pretty hilarious. They get pretty thorough. Okay, they bring up a pretty good case. They bring up PowerPoint slides and that kind of thing. Basically prosecuting. One side obviously is trying to prosecute Disney for killing Star Wars and making all these promises about how they were going to have Han and Leia and Luke meet each other, stuff like that. Those are the kind of charges. So yeah, check that out. But yeah, Chris Gore is pretty cool. Let me check the chat here real quick. Got Beer Drinking Trib. Does he substitute black people for white people in his comics? No. There's no identity politics in Ripa's comics whatsoever. Yeah, it's just there to entertain. Okay, so he's not doing that race swapping just to get back at the white man. Nothing like that. So basically, I know it's hilarious. It's mind-boggling. He creates content that's not trying to be exclusive or inclusive. He welcomes everybody, right? He's just naturally has diversity in it. Okay, so he doesn't have to fly a diversity flag. It's just implied that he's he likes diversity. He has diversity in his comics right there. So yeah, I don't know if that answers your question, Beer Drinker Trev. Probably overly answered it. Okay, who do we got next here? Hey, we've got Ryan Cannell from RK Outpost, and he is part of the Geeks and Gamers crew. And yeah, it was fantastic seeing him again. I saw him last year because I went to this FNT meetup last year around this time of year, where they held it in downtown Dallas instead at Gators, and I met him there last year, and he's hilarious. If you check out his channel, RK Outpost, on YouTube, and I believe on Rumble as well, yeah, he's pretty hilarious. He's pretty, for some people, he's rough around the edges. He's not rough around the edges for me, because I just have the exact same sense of humor, just kind of just the same rough and tumble kind of sense of humor. You got to work really hard to offend me, really hard. Okay, and he's the same way, and he takes no shit. Okay, and he was in the Navy, so he's prior military, just like me, and he's always getting accused by the woke crowd of being a racist and that kind of thing. So, just because he like me, he just makes fun of all the woke messaging and all the identity politics and pop culture nowadays. And so because of that, of course, they, throw every ist and phobe at him that you can think of. But ironically enough, he was like the diversity, equity, and inclusion officer in the Navy where he was at. And so they always joke about Ryan, on Friday Night Tights, and on Tuesday night's Main Events, another show that's on Geeks and Gamers. They're always joking. Yeah, he's our resident DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion officer, even though he's always being called a Klan member by woke nation. Okay, but yeah, he's pretty good. He's a fellow Cubs fan as well, and I got to sing "Go Cubs Go" with him. He's fantastic. So, all right, and then we have Stephanie, or she's also known as My Nerdy Home on Al Gore's worldwide interweb, or more specifically social media, and she's fantastic. She does a lot of background work for Geeks and Gamers, and she is the wind beneath their wings. Behind every great man is a powerful woman, right, or something like that. And so she is a powerful woman behind this, and she puts in some pretty good work, like videotaping the activities and working with the chats. And if you ever live stream, you have chats and you have pictures that you put up, obviously like the one you're looking at right now, and she helps facilitate that kind of thing. So she was very friendly, very nice, very personable, and I admire these guys for being as welcoming as they are, because I know that they come out to these things and they get bombarded by people. Hey, can I meet you? Hey, good to meet you. Hey, can you sign my team? That kind of thing. And they're very very accommodating to that. So there you go. But yeah, that's Stephanie, and great to meet her for the first time, because I had never met her. Actually, you know what? I saw her last year. Boy, I'm totally making myself look terrible. I met her last year as well at Gators, so she was pretty very, very friendly. All right, moving on. And here we have Odin. Yes, Odin from OMB Reviews on YouTube and Rumble. And Odin comes to us from Chattanooga, Tennessee. And he is like a guru as far as he reviews movies, and also he is one of his specialties is like box office results and letting you know what the latest box office grosses are and that kind of thing, and projecting film revenues and all of that stuff, like just the very nitty gritty revenue stuff about movies. And he knows his stuff, and Ryan Canal does as well. And so they're both really good at that. But Odin is fantastic. He's basically, if you just go to his channel, they're selling plushies right now too. If you want a plushie that looks like that guy right there. But yeah, Odin is pretty fantastic. I met him last year as well, so this is my second time getting to hobnob with him. And you guys may remember episode maybe 5-6 episodes ago, probably more than that. I reviewed the movie Nefarious. And then I did a live stream about the movie Nefarious, which you guys should check out if you haven't seen it already. Okay, it's available for streaming, Nefarious. And Odin was one of the guys that I really wanted to hear about his opinion and how he liked Nefarious, or just wanted to talk to him about Nefarious, because by the time I saw him here, I already knew he liked Nefarious. He was raving about it, as he should. And so it was fantastic to talk to him briefly in person, okay? Because unfortunately for all the people that I saw there, all the, Ryan and Odin and Rip and all that. Unfortunately, I caught them late in the game there, because this thing was only supposed to go to 10 o'clock, and I didn't get a chance to go over there and really talk to them until 10:15. So by the time I got to them, they were exhausted. But they're still very accommodating and friendly, to their credit, okay? So, but yeah, by the time I was able to talk to Odin, yeah, he looked pretty bushed. He was ready for a "Calgon, take me away" moment. Okay, so but it was fantastic to talk to him, and he loves Nefarious, and got to talk to him briefly about that. All right, here, a little hydration for the working man here. Okay, hopefully you guys can't hear me slurping too much. That probably sounds pretty gross. All right, moving on. All right, and there's Chris Gore and moi again, but we have X-Ray Girl Yeah, with a tongue-in-cheek joke there, not really in cheek right there. She's she's getting after it. Okay, so she's X-Ray Girl is pretty hilarious, and she's a crucial member of the Nerd Rock crew, and she's on Friday Night Tights as well. And she often gets referred to as X-Ray Girl. I know that sounds very psycho right there, but it's pretty hilarious. And so she's from Canada, but she came down. I believe she still lives up in Canada with her husband, but she came down to meet and greet the fans of the Nerdrotic universe and hobnob with everybody. But she was pretty fantastic. When she came down, she wanted to make a point of getting to Buc-ee's down here, which is a Texas staple, and Buc-ee's is like what I think is like the world's biggest gas station, right? Big gas station, convenience store, and all that stuff. It's like the super Walmart of gas stations. Okay, so she wanted to make sure that she got to check out Buc-ee's there. And but yeah, if you've never been to a Buc-ee's, do yourself a favor, okay? And if you come to Texas, you haven't really been to Texas until you've been to a Buc-ee's, a big old gas station, okay? So she wanted to make it to Buc-ee's, okay? And if you go to Buc-ee's, get their beaver nuggets, okay? And then she also wanted to get some cowboy boots. And I don't know, she's going to be hard-pressed to find some cowboy boots in Texas, okay? I don't know if we have any cowboy boots here in this great state, the Lone Star State, okay? So good luck in your search, X-Ray Girl, okay? Checking out chat right here, Beer Drinking Trev. Canada, hey? Yeah, yep, Canada and the land of Molson beer and strange brew and leaders up there that like to go in blackface. Yeah, there you go. Hashtag Justin Trudeau. Beer Drinking Trev. I thought only steers and queers came from Texas. There we go. Yeah. Bringing that from Full Metal Jacket. I'll tell you, that's one of the classic lines from there. But nope. We got the steers. We got the queers are out of there. They all moved up to Canada. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so yeah, but that was the photographic evidence of what I was doing last week there, and the reason that I let you guys all down and I wasn't here live for Movies America spoiler warning last week. Okay, but let's go to some video evidence. Why don't we? Okay, and this is a video with Lila Hart. Okay, let's check this out. Hey, get ready for your future president right here. Okay, as I try not to poke her right in the face. Okay, all right. So yeah, she'll be at the White House, Air Force One, anytime. Okay, so a president that everyone can get behind. Okay.
Yeah, landslide Lila.
Exactly. Yeah. You think Trump's hilarious at his rallies? Lila is gonna make you laugh your ass off. All right. Yep. So, like I said, that's Lila Hart. She's a comedian. I think she's headquartered out of here in Dallas-Fort Worth as well. So we got to talk briefly, but I just wanted to lend my promotional skills to her for her presidential campaign right there. So I look forward to seeing her motorcade at her inauguration there in January 2025, and then she's gonna class up Air Force One and in the Oval Office and whatnot. So yeah, fantastic right there. So our next president right there, Lila Hart. Okay, and also, hey, you know what? Hey, let's keep the Lila Hart train. Well, that sounded dirty. Let's keep the Lila Hart streak going. Hey, everybody, this is Lila Hart right here. Yeah, she's got something to say about Movies Merica.
Check out Movies Merica. I'm Lila Hart.
Yeah,
Landslide Lila.
Yeah, funniest lady in comedy. Yes, and she's sparkly. You heard the woman. Check out Movies Merica. Okay, and that's Movies Merica. Spoiler warning, what you're watching right now every Thursday night at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, 6 Central, and 5 Mountain Time. Okay, I always got to be plugging, man. I always got to be grinding, okay? And you know what? Hey, as if I, didn't think I had enough endorsements here, you know what? Let me tantalize you.
Movies Merica. Listen, anybody that sings Go Cubs Go with me, it's worth subscribing to their channel, okay? Not a doubt about that. Go check out their show. I assume it's on YouTube. Don't know if you're anywhere else like Rumble or anything like that, but Movies Merica. No
There you
A.
go.
Just
There
Merica.
you go. Nice, nice.
Yes. So you have your orders. All right. Check out Movies America. And also I have my Movies America spoiler-free reviews every Sunday there. So yeah, check them out. And again, this is Geeks and Gamers, as you can read right there. And this is their daily show that they do in the mornings on Geeks and Gamers on YouTube right there. Okay. All right. So let's check on everything else. Just go down the list. All right. So, because I'm Mr. Organization here. Okay. I don't fly by the seat of my pants here. Okay. Trying to keep it very organized, very professional. And if you believe that, I've got some oceanfront property in Utah to sell you. So, yeah. Okay. Let's check the chat. Hey, and all right. No new chats there, which reminds me to remind you again, get in that live chat. Okay. If you guys are lurking in the background, just watching, you know what? Get in here, man. Like, just don't be afraid. Okay, don't be afraid of we're one big Movies America spoiler warning family in here. And you know what? Like I said earlier, like I've said before, hey, you want to just throw a shit emoji in the live chat? That's fine. That's fantastic. Okay, and you can live chat through Rumble again. You just got to hit the live chat. I think there's like a your message here field there, and then also on YouTube you can live chat there. I think it's kind of towards the right hand side of the screen. Again, maybe that's why you're not live chatting, because I know, first time, I was going to go live chat with somebody. I was like, okay, I would live chat, but where the hell is a live chat? I don't know where it's at on the screen. So hopefully that helps out. Alrighty then. Okay. So, hey, let's get into, last time I checked, this is a Transformers Rise of the Beast episode, right? And just wanted to go in and talk a little bit about that, just kind of talk about some points about the movie here. Now, normally I would just go through the synopsis, kind of like a very broad synopsis of the movie, but I've got some serious work to do after the episode, and so I got to kind of cut a little shorter than I normally would because I've got to. I got to throw on the old the steel-toed work boots and put in some serious work, some very serious labor. I got to slave over a hot stove later on tonight for you by watching The Flash. Yes, so I'm always grinding, always working. So I got to prepare for next week's episode, okay, which will obviously be going over The Flash with Ezra Miller and Michael Keaton. And so I got to go check that out tonight. It's really hard work, sitting on my ass in a movie theater, right? Pardon me. Right there. So yeah, it's part of this right here. Speaking of which, let me get a little tricky off this. All right. So yeah, Anthony Ramos is the star of the Transformers Rise of the Beast movie. And so this is a Transformers movie that you don't have household names like Mark Wahlberg or Shia LaBeouf. Oh, I don't know if Shia LaBeouf would be a household name, but Mark Wahlberg definitely is. And that's one thing about this movie is I thought that they took a real big chance at real big chance with this movie not making a whole lot of money because they don't really have any names in this movie. Anthony Ramos, you've got Dominique Fishback. You've got the big names voicing the Transformer characters, like Pete Davidson and Michelle Yeoh and Ron Perlman, Peter Dinklage, Tyrion Lannister in this, but not really any big names to draw in everybody, right? Before I forget, beer drinking Trev, Oceanfront, I'll buy. All right, hey, have your lawyer call my lawyer there, Trevor, and we'll make something work right there. It's gonna be a good Christmas this year. Yeah, one born every minute. But but you get some big names voicing the Transformer characters, but yeah, not really that. Not really any of the live action characters are really any big names like Mark Wahlberg or Megan Fox, Anthony. Who's it from Silence of the Lambs? Boy, I'm completely blanking on the name. Right, Anthony Hopkins. There we go. Boy, getting old sucks. In here to really grab everybody off the street and hey, come in here, watch our movie. Okay, so nobody like that, but it's making some halfway decent bank. I think it did premiere as a #1 movie this last weekend right there. And the one thing about this movie is it's unoriginal as hell. Okay, now from watching it, you guys know that it had what's commonly called with movies a MacGuffin, right? It's something that they're searching for, or they have to get their hands on, or they have to stop somebody from using, that kind of thing. And in this movie, I can't remember what's called, like the trans phase rock diamond. I'm just gonna call it the space thingy. Okay, it's the space thingy that they have to try to keep the bad guys from getting. Okay, and so with this space thingy, they have to make sure that the bad guys don't find it, because if the bad guys, I think Unicorn or Unicron is the name of the big bad in this movie. If Unicorn gets a hold of the big space thingy, then he can eat planets, right? He can eat Earth, okay? So in Star Wars, they blow up planets, and I guess this Transformers Rise of the Beast movie, they eat planets, okay? You watch the Eternals, they blow up planets from the inside. There's so many movies where like Earth is like under attack and it's going to be blown up or eaten or something like that. It's getting to the point where like, my God, like if I watch another movie where Earth is going to get eaten or blown up or melted or whatever, okay, I'm going to go fucking nuts, okay? And it makes it hard to really care about the stakes in movies like that, because I'm like, I just saw 3 movies last week where Earth was going to get blown up, okay? But in this movie, Transformers: Rise of the Beast, it's all about the unicorn. Unicron is what it's called. Eating the Earth if it gets the space thingy, okay? And so they have one of the characters. What is her name? Like Lila or Elia or something like that. It tells you how much I paid attention to this movie because it was boring. She activates the space thingy, and then it signals the bad guys like, oh, what? Oh my God, we got to go to Earth. Okay, that's where the good guys are. We got to take them out. And it kind of reminded me of Man of Steel, where Henry Cavill, Superman, or Clark Kent character, like triggered the homing beacon on the scout ship on Earth, and that gave away his position to General Zod. So it was basically stole the premise from Man of Steel. So again, unoriginal, okay. And then they have a big structure that's going to destroy Earth or eat Earth, that gets destroyed at the end. And of course, the structure at the end, it really looks like when Mordor gets destroyed at the end of Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King, okay? And it just looks totally unoriginal, and it's just another unoriginal part about this movie. But it looks like a shot for shot replica of that, where they changed a few things about it. Hey, we got Professor Savage Dad here in the chat on Rumble. Sexy time. How much? Well, for everybody else, it's 8 easy payments of $69.99. But for you there, it's 8 easy payments of $69.98. So for my close personal friends, and go Pack Go. There you go. Apparently, Professor Savage Dad is a fan of the mold and gold. Absolutely. So, but welcome to the live chat, Professor Savage Dad. Glad you can make it. And like him, hey, live chat, just because you get in the live chat doesn't mean you got to stay there, right? You can come in and visit for 5 minutes, 10 minutes here, whatever. Again, put a shit emoji out there. Okay. Just stay. As long as you show up, that's fantastic. Because I don't just be talking to myself. That's pretty psychotic. I'm just sitting here just talking to myself. Okay. That's not cool. Not cool. And then another unoriginal thing about this movie that you guys probably noticed who've seen it is that the main character, Anthony Ramos, towards the end of the movie, he hits that rock bottom moment, where it seems like all is lost. The bad guys have destroyed something, or put the main character in mortal danger, And he's just like, I can't go on, man. I can't go on. I don't know if I have the will to survive, And then, so then, like one of his loved ones, in this case, his little brother's like, you gotta fight on, man. You gotta fight on. You gotta find the heart. You gotta find the eye of the tiger, man. Just one of those scenes, and so just gets them all revved up. And so, just like, how many movies, right, have you seen that has something like that going on? So, and then also I didn't get like where they have like these very deadly, very powerful, very fast creatures, that they portray in this movie as that, right? Very powerful, very fast. But then you have the main characters, and only the main characters in this movie seem to be just way too fast for these very powerful, very quick creatures. Like to the point where the main characters are going to just do a little shimmy to the left, and these very, very powerful, very, very quick creatures just can't catch them, okay? I'll take insultingly stupid plot armor for $500, Alex, okay? That was one of the things I didn't like. I mean, I was getting some serious phone this one in to 1-800-ASS half-ass vibes from this movie there, if I could find it out, okay? But yeah, that's just one of the things that, a couple of things that I didn't really like about this movie, okay? But and I don't know, I'm dying to hear like what you guys, the ones that saw this movie, thought about the movie. If you guys want to let me know there in the live chat, if you would, okay, get in the live chat, let me know what you thought about it. Maybe you guys loved it, I don't know. So for anybody, but yeah, Professor Zabajad, he's telling me that he might be back in Dallas soon-ish, okay? Yeah, come on down. We'll save some barbecue and some steaks and some mechanical bowls for you. Okay, so we got plenty of all of those things here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Absolutely. So got to come on down. You and like half of America are coming down here. Okay, so because people are like, I live in a blue area. I live in a blue state, and I want to get the hell out. Okay, and you can tell if you live here, you can tell from the traffic and from all the houses and apartments being built that, yeah, pretty much, half of America is moving here, or Tennessee or Florida. Okay, all right. So let's break it up a little bit, and I just want to tell you guys all about tdpn.locals.com. Yes, that is our super cool website that you can find like our videos and our blogs and our articles on there about movies and entertainment, about politics, hot button issues, okay, sizzling hot takes that you're not going to see anywhere else, okay? And again, like I always say, you're going to go on tdpn.locals.com. You're going to start reading the blogs and articles, and you're going to be like, holy shit, honey, get over here. Get over here. Van wasn't lying. Like, I've never seen stuff like I'm seeing here on this website. Get over here. Move it, woman. And so you're going to see that same thing on tdpn.locals.com. And right now, as it says at the bottom, if you put in promo code TDPN, as in Till Death Podcast Network, you can get 1 month free membership on one tdpn.locals.com website, okay? And then after that 1 month, it's just $3 a month minimum at that. Okay, that's nothing. All right, it's a box of ho-hos. All right, a box of Twinkies. That kind of thing. Okay, no, I said ho-hos, not hose. Professor Savage Dad, don't get excited. Okay, let's see here. Speaking of Professor Savage Dad, he is back. Oh yeah, he said he's gonna be back in Dallas. I'll be coming for work, but I do live in Maricopa County, the worst county in the country. Yeah. And you know what? Their election game is on point in Maricopa County. Okay, no cheating whatsoever, none whatsoever in Maricopa County. He's saying my wife wants to move to Cypress, Texas. All right, good, excellent. Yeah, come on down. You're welcome right there. So, and when you cross the border, when you become a resident, they give you a free AR-15 and a tractor. So there you go. So look forward to that. Okay, let's check the chat here on YouTube. Nobody there. Okay. But yeah, so check out tdpn.locals.com. And then also, like I said before, like and subscribe and follow, okay, this channel. So if you're on YouTube, follow the Till Death Podcast Network channel. And then also we have a Movies America channel on Rumble. If you would follow that as well, that'd be fantastic. Okay. And again, like this video. And so subscribe. So I kind of just said that, but comments, getting those comments down below. Okay, so even after the episode is done and you can't live chat anymore, we can still, engage with me. Still message me, communication. Okay, through the comments down below. Then also hit that notification bell down there. I'm gonna make sure my hand's in here. There we go. Notification bell down there, and that'll notify you when a fresh, hot, piping new episode of Movies America or Movies America Spoiler Warning is ready and rocking to go. Professor Savage Dad, I could use the second AR-15, and the tractor would be nice. Of course. There you go. So it's a very essential tools right there. I think they were thinking ahead when they thought, what should we give new Texans? An AR-15 and a tractor. Okay, so, and I recommend using both at the same time. Okay, so preferably while you're hammered. Okay, what could go wrong? Okay. All right, so let's move on there. Okay. And hey, I just want to go over a few other movie points here, but you know what? Hey, this is where the home of movie reviews meets ice cold brews. So speaking of which, let me take a little tug off of an ice cold brew here. All right. Oh yeah. Because that beer was like staring me in the face going, are you going to drink me? Yes, I will drink you. Okay, obviously. All right. Okay, so moving on. What else about this movie? You know what? I did like some things in this movie, like I said before. I did like the Transformer Mirage, how Mirage is able to create mirages of himself, copies of himself. And so Mirage, like when he's not a Transformer, he's not in robot form. He's like a 93 Porsche. And so he's able to clone himself or create copies of his 93 Porsche disguise. And it comes in handy in the cop chase that you see there in the movie. That's pretty cool. And I do like the Beast Wars Transformers, what the Maximals they're called, because you got like Cheetor and Air Razor and Optimus Primal. They're pretty cool. Good to see them on screen. I mean, I would recommend like having them on screen for more than 3 minutes next time. But especially since the movie is subtitled "Rise of the Beast," just a suggestion. Maybe have the beasts in the movie for more than 3 or 4 minutes. Okay, but they did look good when they were on screen. And then also like this movie being set in the 90s, which it seems like a lot of movies are going retro, that kind of thing. Captain Marvel and Bumblebee, the other Transformers movie that came out before this one, the better Transformers movie, I should say, was set in 1987. This one is set in 1994 to be specific. And so, yeah, I had had an excuse since this movie does have more of a hip hop feel to it, and set in the 90s. It was a perfect excuse to throw some good 90s hip hop in there. You had some Biggie, some Wu-Tang Clan, some Tribe Called Quest, Black Sheep in there, LL Cool J. His Mama Said Knock You Out has that. They play that in that pretty cool scene with a Bumblebee, coming back to life. Okay, in there. But no Spin Doctors in this, unfortunately. I guess Spin Doctors, was the wrong vibe for the hip hop vibe in this movie. But pretty cool, pretty good movie. And so like I said, it's some what else did they have? They had I can't remember who else they had here, but yeah, Wu-Tang and Tribe Called Quest in there for the 90s music. And then the soundtrack was pretty cool. Soundtrack was done by Yannick Bontemps. Okay, so say that 10 times real fast. Okay, so it's kind of a cool name to say, like Jonique Bontemps. And he did the soundtrack, the composition, that kind of thing. And yeah, it was pretty cool. This is how it added to the movie, especially at the beginning, because I walked into this movie late. And when I walked in, like the big booming bass riffs were like kicking in right when I was walking into the movie. I like walked in like a couple minutes late, and I walked in, it was like boom, 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 boom. And so I was like, it was pretty cool. I mean, it started out on a promising note, but a lot of the rest of the movie kind of sucked. That was pretty fantastic as far as the composition goes. There. All right, check out some live chats here, and yeah, nothing else there. Okay, and yeah, check out what else can I say about this movie here. Now, I did find that the screenplay was unintentionally hilarious, and the screenplay was, if you thought like the typical Fast and Furious screenplay was dumbed down, this screenplay was like a Fast and Furious screenplay, but extra dumbed down for a remedial learning class. Okay. Like you've got to, that's how we do that, or this is how we do this, or let's do this. Got those kind of phrases, in the screenplay. It was straight out of Fast and Furious movies, But unfortunately, they didn't have any punch it, like you see in Fast and Furious movies all the time. So I thought they kind of slipping on that word or that phrase right there. And then because apparently they didn't call in Vin Diesel to spruce up this screenplay in there. Now, again, I don't expect a Transformers movie to have like this Oscar-winning Aaron Sorkin screenplay from like The West Wing and A Few Good Men. Nothing like that. Okay, it's a Transformers movie. Okay, it's not going to be overly intellectual or anything like that. But yeah, just have a script that doesn't sound like it was written in crayon. Okay, and there is one line that Mirage, who I mentioned before, he has in this movie, and it's that whole movie about that whole line in the screenplay where I think they're talking to Optimus Prime, and Anthony Ramos, the main character, says something kind of disparaging, I guess, that Mirage didn't like, and Mirage was like, "Yeah, but you've been inside me." Okay, all right. Little awkward, and I think I'm gonna vomit from hearing that line there. So, yeah, I heard that line, and I was like, yeah. So, but yeah, to me, I guess they would probably just say,
"Be offended."
Yeah. So, but to each their own. But I thought that line was a groan-tastic. Okay. So yeah, after hearing all about that and having to relive that line of the movie, you know what, I'm getting a little thirsty and I need a little beer therapy, so let's do this. All right, yes, brew review time, as you just saw there, of course. And so today's Lucky Brew, and I'm gonna try not to drop this right here because it's got all kinds of sweat over there. This beer has apparently been listening to too much CNC Music Factory. It's gonna make you sweat. Okay, and so as you can see there, I'm gonna turn that the right way. Samuel Smith's Oatmeal Stout is our lucky contestant. Come on down for brew review time, yes. And we got a little oatmeal stout cooking here tonight. And Samuel Smith is our author, our brewer of One Oatmeal Stout. And it comes to us from across the pond, jolly old England, okay? And they may not have good dental health care there, but they do make some pretty good beer, okay? And this is a good 5% alcohol by volume. It's very malty, very chocolatey. It's it's got kind of obviously hence the name, oatmeal stout there. It's got a very oaty flavor there it's got a little bread in there as well. And yeah, it's you don't want to drink this like after you're jump off the riding mower after a hot day in July and you're getting done with mowing the lawn. Probably don't want to be getting into an oatmeal stout. Okay, that's more like a Dos Equis, anything but Bud Light, anything but that tranny fluid from Anheuser-Busch. Okay, but I would also not recommend drinking this after that because it's a little thick, but not too thick. Okay, but it's pretty fantastic. But yeah, you know what? Enough yapping about it. Let me take a tug off this bad boy. Oh yeah, drinking that like that's the last beer I'm ever gonna have. But yeah, that's Samuel Smith's Oatmeal Stout. Okay, so hey, let's move on. All right. Hey, again, everybody. Hey, get in that live chat. Okay. Yeah, I want to hear from you. I want to hear about what you liked about this movie, what you didn't like about the movie. Hey, if you want to just talk to me about anything else other than that, it doesn't have to be about Transformers, Raz the Beast. Get on in here. And hey, if you want to let me know, hey, you know what? Who was your favorite NBA player back in the 90s? I couldn't care. What you want to chat me about. Okay, that's all right. And if you want to give credit card numbers and social security numbers to me, that's fine. Nothing bad's gonna happen. All right, got a little beer burp. There we go. Yep, hazards of the trade. Okay, so let's move on here. You know what? I just got a few other things to say about good old Transformers: Rise of the Beast. Okay, and so one thing that if you've seen the movie here, that you probably noticed, or maybe you didn't, but one thing that I just couldn't help but notice is that it is a woke after school special to a point, okay, because it just has this overall vibe out there that they're trying to put off there. Of you got these minority characters that they're having to deal with hardships that are, of course, caused by evil white people, okay. And you got instances like Noah, the main character, Anthony Ramos. He's got an interview set up for himself, okay, and he thinks the interview is a go, right? So he goes into the city. He's all dressed up, to the nines. He's all suited and booted for his interview, and he goes there and he finds out the interview is canceled. And of course, who is it canceled by? An evil white guy, okay. And then you've got the other main character. What is her name? I gotta look that up here because I'm just driving me nuts. What her name is here. Let me get over here. So I want to give you the right information, okay? Because I would not be doing my job if I gave you bullshit, okay? So maybe you think I'm already giving you that. Anyway, but what is her name? You know what? I think it is Elena. Elena's her name. Thank you, IMDb. Thank you for saving my ass, okay? Elena. So you have a situation, you have a scene where Elena, or not a situation, but Elena's character, she is, a very smart, very intelligent character. She works at the museum, but she's like an intern, right? And, who is Elena's boss? Well, of course, an annoying white lady, okay? And it's just portrayed like she's doing all the work, and the white woman is, just lazy and doesn't appreciate her, and always just taking the credit for Elena's work and that kind of thing. So it's kind of portrayed like, these minority characters, which I don't have a problem with. I mean, if you want to have, Transformers movies with minority characters, by all means, knock yourself out. But they just portray like, they're oppressed and they're hard, they're the only hard workers in the movie, and all the white people just have everything handed to them, that kind of thing. So it's kind of got that as an allegory in the movie there, and I just couldn't help but notice that. And they have like Noah's mom makes a crack about white people that if you put any other race in that comment, you'd get canceled faster than you can say double standard. Okay. So yeah, that kind of thing. And also, Steven Caple Jr. is the director of this. It's not Michael Bay. It's Steven Caple Jr. And he even said on in a interview on BET that this movie was about Latin and Black culture. I thought this movie was supposed to be about cool robots that fight each other. That's what I thought there. But yeah, so just something else that I just couldn't help but notice about this movie. So is it woke? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay, so just be warned. But now that you know about that, if you just ignore that, and if you like Transformers movies, you can check it out. Okay, now ultimately, I am not recommending going to see Transformers: Rise of the Beast at the movies. Okay, you can wait on this movie. You can wait until you wake up in the morning at 2:30 in the morning, scratching your belly button, and you roll over, and you just happen to have Cinemax on, and Transformers: Rise of the Beast is on. It's 5 minutes, and you can watch it then. But I wouldn't recommend going to the movies to watch it. I wouldn't recommend going and getting it. Streaming it or getting a hard copy of it or anything like that. So, I mean, it's just not that good of a movie, especially if you compare it to like the 2007 Michael Bay Transformers movie, which in and of itself, obviously, when you think about movies in general, it's not obviously one of the upper echelon of movies, right? It's a Transformers movie. But if we're just comparing Transformers movies to other Transformers movies, the 2007 Transformers is my favorite one. And then Bumblebee is right up there with that first Transformers movie. Because if you haven't seen Bumblebee that came out in 2018 with Haley Steinfeld, I would definitely recommend that. So instead of watching Transformers Rise of the Beast, I would watch Bumblebee for the first time or watch it again if you've already seen it, okay? Unfortunately, Bumblebee made about $7 at the box office, okay? Because I think that everyone had a bad taste in their mouth from the prior Transformers movie. And so they're like, I am not going to go see another Transformers movies. Or people that don't pay attention to Transformers had no idea what the fuck Bumblebee was. If you pay attention to Transformers, you know who Bumblebee is. He's a prominent Transformer, right? But if you don't know Transformers, they're probably like, well, I'm not going to go see some movie called Bumblebee. Pfft, I'm not going to see that. And so, yeah, like I said, it made like $7 at the box office. But I would definitely check that. I would definitely check out Bumblebee and not Transformers Rise of the Beast. Okay. All right. So, hey, you know what? Let me tell you here about now that I'm wrapping up Transformers Rise of the Beast and just kind of just going over that. And again, I'll talk about it again if I see somebody in the live chat asking any questions or has a comment about the movie. But that's pretty much a wrap on that, on the Transformers Rise of the Beast talk here. But with that, let me tell you all about this great product, Nature Clear. Yes, Nature Clear recovery powder. And you know what? I want to do you solid by letting you know about Nature Clear recovery powder, because if you like to go out and have a good time and you incorporate a little booze into having a good time, then yeah, this very well will come in handy for you if you go out there and you maybe overdo it, right? If you like to drink in bulk, if you like to booze it up in bulk, okay, like I do sometimes, right? And if you do that and you don't want to have to worry about a hangover, okay, if you don't have to worry about a diamond splinter headache the next morning, and you don't want to feel like, oh God, I just want to die right now. I drank too much last night. Well, you can just check a little Nature Clear. Yep, you just take the Nature Clear, and it comes in these little handy packets, just like you're seeing right here. And before you go out there, and you're gonna down about 25 Don Julio tequila shots, you just take this, you just pour it in like 12 ounces of water or a bottle of water, something like that. Pour it in there. And Sean has let me know that he likes to put in like some lemonade, Mio, also in the bottle of water with the Mio to even make it taste even better, that really enhance the flavor. So you just do that, chug that before you go out, okay? And, hey, you're good to go. You're good to go. You can party all night and you don't have to worry about it. But if you're out there and if you're Professor Savage Dad and you're like 12 Cosmos into the night's festivities, and you forgot to take the Nature Clear, and you're like, oh my God, too many Cosmos. Have no fear, okay? Because you can just take the Nature Clear when you roll up to your casa, to your adobe, okay? And you just take it afterwards, and you're good to go, okay? So just get yourself some of this right here, and it helps you recover from smoking and vaping as well. And so just to get some, you just have to click on the link in the description, the Nature Clear link in the description, and that'll obviously take you to their website. You pick out what Nature Clear product or products you want, get it in the cart, and then as it says down below, you just put in promo code MOVIES in the promo code field, and you're going to get up to 25% off your next order, okay? So go ahead and do that, because the drunk life you save could be your own. Okay, so, and I've used it, and I can personally say it works, okay, because I really put it to the test one time. I put it through its paces one time, and it worked. All right. Okay, so let's move on there. So definitely get yourself some of that. Let's check out the old live chat. Let's check out the Packer fan, Professor Savage Dad. What do we got here? All right, Professor Savage Dad. That's kind of where I was at with the movie. I have no intention of seeing it in the theater. I have Paramount Plus because my kids watch old SpongeBob cartoons. Excellent. Professor Savage Dad continues on. I figure when it hits there, I'll probably give it a try. Give it a try there. And I'm also watching all of the old Mission Impossible movies right on, which are on Paramount Plus. So that's worthwhile. Yeah, because you're already paying for Paramount Plus. When they have Transformers Rise of the Beast, maybe they already have it on there. yeah, might as well watch it on there because you're already paying for Paramount Plus for other stuff. So, and if you got Paramount Plus, and I'm sure Professor Zabajad has already done this, he's already watched this, I would definitely check out all like the Taylor Sheridan shows, like Tulsa King. I think Tulsa King. I don't know if Yellowstone's on there too, or 1883 or 1923. Like basically the Tyler Sheridan, or is it Taylor Sheridan or Tyler Sheridan? Taylor Sheridan. I'm making a judgment call. I'm going Taylor Sheridan. So just check out the Taylor Sheridan universe, which is Yellowstone, 1883, 1923, Tulsa King. Okay. And yeah, check that out all on Paramount Plus right there. See, I'm doing like Paramount Plus plugs on here. You never know where the show is going to go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Okay. But yeah, definitely check that out right there. So yeah, that's a good idea there, Professor Savage. Yeah, just do that. Nothing wrong with that. All right. So hey, you know what? Let's move on to one of my favorite segments. Probably my favorite segment of the show. My favorite segment of the show is my movie military moment. Okay. And the reason I call this segment the movie military moment is because it's dedicated to our service people that have won Congressional Medal of Honors. Congressional Medals of Honor. There you go. Let's say it one more time. Congressional Medals of Honor. Okay. So these are people that have just distinguished themselves for you and me, okay, through the military, right? They've done things that have helped fortify our freedom and provide the very comfy existence that we enjoy today. Because I think you'll all agree in a very honest moment that even if, you're not upper middle class or rich, you're still, relatively speaking, compared to the rest of the world, we have a pretty comfortable life and we have a lot of freedoms. Now we have a lot of people in this country that are doing their damnedest, trying their hardest to like get rid of a lot of those freedoms and turn America into a shithole. But for right now, I'd say we have a pretty good country here, and that's because of people like the people that I feature here in the movie military moment, and they just mean a lot to me, and I want to give them their due. Okay, and so tonight's honorary recipient of the Congressional Medal of Honor that I want to talk about as part of our movie military moment is Staff Sergeant Lucien Adams, okay? And he is a staff sergeant from World War II. And you know what? We would not be doing a service to them without some good, fantastic movie military moment music. All right. You know about did in World War II. And here we go. For conspicuous gallantry and intrepidity, at risk of his life, above and beyond the call of duty on 28 October 1944, near Saint-Dié, France, when his company was stopped in its effort to drive through Mortagne Forest to reopen the supply line to the isolated 3rd Battalion, Staff Sergeant Adams braved the concentrated fire of machine guns in a lone assault on a force of German troops. Although his company had progressed less than 10 yards and had lost 3 killed and 6 wounded, Staff Sergeant Adams charged forward, dodging from tree to tree, firing a borrowed BAR, that's Browning automatic rifle for all you civilians, from the hip. Despite intense machine gun fire, which the enemy directed at him, and rifle grenades which struck the trees over his head, showering him with broken twigs and branches, Staff Sergeant Adams made his way to within 10 yards of the closest machine gun and killed the gunner with a hand grenade. An enemy soldier threw hand grenades at him from a position only 10 yards distant. However, Staff Sergeant Adams dispatched him with a single burst of BAR fire. Charging into the vortex of the enemy fire, he killed another machine gunner at 15 yards range with a hand grenade and forced the surrender of 2 supporting infantrymen. This guy is kicking some serious ass, okay? Although the remainder of the German group concentrated the full force of its automatic weapon fire in a desperate effort to knock him out, he proceeded through the woods to find and exterminate 5 more of the enemy. Woo! Finally, when the 3rd German machine gun opened up on him at a range of 20 yards, Staff Sergeant Adams killed the gunner with a BAR fire. In the course of the action, he personally killed 9 Germans. 9 Germans. 999! Eliminated 3 enemy machine guns, vanquished a specialized force which was armed with automatic weapons and grenade launchers, cleared the woods of hostile elements, and reopened the severed supply lines to the assault companies of his battalion. That is one kick-ass motherfucker right there, okay? That is Staff Sergeant Lucian Adams, okay? Let's give it up for him, all right? Yeah. So he is our latest movie military moment recipient, okay? So just take a moment. All right. So again, yes, that has been our movie military moment. And hey, Beer Drinking Trev is here in the live chat. Sorry, neighbors stopped by. All right. Well, hey, you know what? That tends to happen. That tends to happen right there. Hopefully they weren't trying to sell you some Amway or Herbalife or something like that. So, all right. So let's move on there. So hopefully you guys did enjoy the movie military moment there. I guarantee you're going to enjoy that a lot more than Transformers Rise of the Beast. That is for sure. Okay. And hey, Sean is back. He is back. Absolutely. Hey, welcome back to the live chat. And you just missed the movie military moment, but hey, you can just watch the recording of it here. So again, yeah, as you would imagine, this live stream is being recorded. It's going to be out there on YouTube and Rumble and whatnot. So you can watch this to your heart's content later on if you weren't able to watch the whole thing. Because, well, we're coming up, like an hour and 20-something minutes here on this. So, yeah, if you can't stick around for an hour and a half to watch a whole live stream, totally understand it. You can always check out the recording of that. Absolutely. So, all right. And hey, Beer Drinking Trev, hey, they signed him up because his neighbors are Jehovah's Witness, and Beer Drinking Trev got signed up. All right. Yeah. So, yep, there you go. Hey, you know what? Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Whatever you do, don't drink the Kool-Aid, okay? And if you ever see, like, the FBI and ATF show up at your compound, get out fast, okay? Because, especially if you're in Waco, okay? Get the hell out of there, okay? And one last spot for me. Almost dropped my mouse. All right. And Professor Savage Ad says, hey, Sean, I'm also black. All right. There you go. So, because we're all about diversity in here. Okay. We're all about diversity and inclusion, not equity, but, diversity and inclusion here, because that's what we're all about here at Movies America. Spoiler warning. So we welcome all races, creeds, everybody. Okay. Here. And Professor Savage Dad is same. Yep. So we got some good black representation in here. All right. So outstanding. It's fantastic. I want everybody of multiple races in here. Okay. So, all right. Well, I am going to wrap it up here for this episode because, hey, again, like I said, I've got some serious work to do later on. I've got to go check The Flash out. So the movie, not some weird dude in a trench coat. Okay. No, the movie, The Flash. And, chances are if I saw a weird dude in a trench coat flashing people, it would probably be the star of The Flash, Ezra Miller. Okay. Ironically enough. Okay. So, hey, let me let you know about www.moviesmerica.com on Al Gore's worldwide interweb. So moviesmerica.com is where you can check out the audio only. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the live chat here. We got Sean and Jews. Yes, we welcome Jews in here. Absolutely. And Sean, The Flasher is the other movie. Yeah. The Flasher is basically the Flash movie, the too hot for TV version of the Flash right there. So yeah, have your children avert their eyes, or more, even better, have your kids leave the county before you throw the Flasher in the old Laserdisc player. Beer Drinking Trap. Watch The Flash with your fleshlights. Yep. I don't want to know anything more than that. So I'm just going to remain blissfully ignorant about that. But yeah, Movies America or moviesmerica.com is where the audio only versions of my spoiler-free reviews are at. So if you just can't handle the awesome handsomeness of this mug right here, and you just want to listen, you can check out the audio-only episodes at moviesmerica.com or Apple Podcasts or Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, pretty much anywhere you would think that you could find podcasts. Movies America, the spoiler-free reviews are there. Yes, okay. And then also I'm on social media at Movies America on Twitter and Instagram, okay? You can check out my content absolutely out there. Sean says the flash with the fleshlight can cause friction burns. Exactly. That is true because I did see a TikTok video last week of that. Someone had a flashlight in the flash. It was actually a movie critic. Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was actually traumatic to watch right there because it's just a dark theater and all of a sudden poof, and flames everywhere. I think 23 people died. Oh my God, it was worse than that Great White concert. I tell you, all because some selfish son of a bitch with a flashlight at the flash showing. Yep. Let's drink to them. There you go. Pour one out for them. But I digress. But yeah, thanks for reminding me of that there, Sean. And also I'm on Facebook under Movies America as well. Okay. Moving on. Check out us again at tdpn.locals.com, like it says at the top as well. So really trying to drive home that point to check out tdpn.locals.com. And when you're on there, make sure to check out the Movies America Mad Libs post that's on there as well. It's pinned to the very top. And right there, just to give you a brief idea what that is. So that's basically created like this movie script, right? Okay. Because this is a movies-oriented, show, right? And so the whole idea is I've written like the first few lines of a movie script, and then the Mad Libs part comes in where you get to write the next few lines, and then even more lines than that if you want of the script. And you can write whatever you want in there, okay? And then me and Ian and Sean, we have to read what you write on there, and we're going to do a live table read on this show here coming up shortly. At an episode, a very quick episode, or an episode coming up here very soon, because we got the internal deliberations, internal discussions here at Till Death Podcast Network. So we're here at Till Death Tower. I think I have to go up to like the 87th floor here at Till Death Tower, and we're going to have some very in-depth internal discussions as far as when we're going to be doing the live read of the script that you helped write. And again, go crazy, go nuts. Okay, it's your chance to get in there and get obscene and raunchy and debaucherous. Okay, and yeah, so the screenplay is composed of 3 characters, and there's 3 of us: Ian, me, and Sean, and we're gonna have to read it. Okay, we're gonna have to read whatever you write. So talk about a fantastic opportunity. Like you get 3 dudes that we have to read off. We have to act out what you write. Okay, and just keep in mind one of the characters is named Patsy Penicillin, and her character is a hairdresser / whore. Okay. So you can imagine where you can go with that kind of character. All right. All right. So yeah. So again, tdpn.locals.com. You should be enticed by now to go there. Okay. All right. And then we have, if you go to at Till Death Network, at solo.to/Till Death Pod Network, that's where you can find all links that have to do with Till Death Podcast Network, because that's a network that Movies America is part of. Okay. And if you don't want to hunt and peck all over the internet for links that have to do with Till Death Podcast Network, you can go right there. You can get all those in one location. Okay. And then if you check out solo.to/Till Death Studios, that's where you can find all links that have to do basically that's where you can go. Woo, I'm screwing things up already. I've had too many of those oatmeal stouts. That's where you can go to get in contact with Ian, who makes fantastic visual treats for your eyeballs, like the intro that you saw earlier, okay, at the beginning of the show, and like the overlay up at the very top that has Movies America and tdpn.locals.com up at the very, very top right there, okay, and the background, the cool Movies America background. So if you want any work like that done, in other visual things, that kind of thing, it's like, say if you're going to start up your own show on YouTube or Rumble or whatever you have in mind, yeah, go to solo.to/Till Death Studios and yeah, and just have Ian work his magic for you. Okay. Moving on. If you go to solo.to/I'm Sean Cav, that's where you can find all links that have to do with one Sean Cav and all that, who is in the chat there. You just heard from him a little bit ago. We could all links that have to do with him. So again, he's trying to do you a solid by having all his links all in one location. Okay. And yeah, he does a great show called Sipping with Sean every other Friday. Beer drinking job. Who's Sean Cav? So yeah, Sipping with Sean every other Friday. And I'm going to screw up the time. I think your show comes on at 4:30 my time, so it's 5:30 Eastern. But correct me if I'm wrong on that. But does that every other Friday. And one of his claims to fame is he goes over. He basically gifts us with some fantastic drink recipes. Okay, because he just had a spicy old fashioned recipe not too long ago, which was I haven't had a chance to try it yet. But it looked delicious when he was making it and drinking it. It looked fantastic. So I need to get my lazy behind off my couch and go get the ingredients to make that. But you can check stuff out like that on solo.to/I'm Sean Cav. And then we've got solo.to, the Whiskey Capitalist, and that's where you can find all links that have to do with the Whiskey Capitalist podcast. And the Whiskey Capitalist podcast is the show that Ian and Sean do every Monday and Wednesday nights. And that comes on at 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock my time, Central Time there. And yeah, definitely check that out. So what, 6 Mountain, 5 Pacific, I believe, if I've got my time zones correctly. And yeah, check out their show. It's fantastic. They go over like the hot button issues and politics and that kind of thing, with the common sense America First vibe. Okay, so with a very Merica vibe, and they're pretty hilarious. So definitely check out that show, and you can find links that have to do with that show at solo.to/the Whiskey Capitalist. All right, and moving on. Last but not least, solo.to/Till Death Podcast, and so that's where you can find all the links that have to do with the Till Death Podcast that Ian and his lovely wife Jen do every other Saturday. And for me, it comes on like a Saturday afternoon at 4 p.m. I could have that wrong. But you know what? Hey, you know what? Don't take my word for it with the time. That's another reason to go to solo.to/Till Death Podcast. And yeah, you can get the actual correct time and dates when that show is on, when Till Death Podcast is on, from right there. Okay, so all right, let's hide that bad boy. Okay, and you know what? We're getting down to it, guys. We're getting down to it. We're gonna wrap this bad boy up here, and so let's make sure we've got this all right. But yeah, so hopefully you guys have enjoyed this episode of Movies America. Spoiler warning, going over Transformers: Rise of the Beast. Okay, and definitely check out my episode next week, same bat time, same bat channel, where I'm going to be going over the Flash, not the Flasher, and I will not be using a fleshlight, so don't have to worry about that. I won't be using a fleshlight next week during the episode for that. So because I don't want to burn myself. Okay, I don't want to burn alive with the flashlight. Okay, I think I've done that topic to death. But yeah, definitely check me out next week here for the Flash episode of Movies America. Spoiler warning. But until then, hey, get out there, people. Those movies aren't going to watch themselves. See ya. everybody. Hey. I got the police after me. They're coming after me, okay? But I got just enough time to ask you. Just like this video, if you would, and then subscribe to this channel, okay? I'm gonna be in handcuffs pretty soon. I gotta tell you. Hey, so before they haul me off, make sure you watch these videos over here, okay? And thanks for watching this video and the Till Death Podcast Network, okay? I gotta go.